to speak on this, and I'm going to come back. I just want to briefly do it before I finish getting into try my self-care beauty regimen and shit, because Nipsey, and I don't know who all y'all are. It's Nipsey, it's some angelic beings here, it's some demonic beings here, some ethereal beings, and the beings, look, they telling me right now, so I'm gonna come back. We got to deal. I don't know. I wish I'm gonna get to the point where I do a class or something about this. I want to do it on the live, but I can't because too many people want to get something for nothing, and I see that. I want to thank y'all, tell y'all how much I love y'all and support y'all since I was up at 4 o'clock this morning and you all started to donate. I see y'all really take it seriously. Y'all love me and support me, and you want this information, so I don't think it's fair. For the ones that's willing to donate, I should give it to you privately. So I'm going to record these things, and it helps me too because I love to share it with you. They bringing it to me, and Nipsey's here bringing it to me. Dr. Sabi is here too, and one of Dr. Sabi's teachers and Dr. Sabi's mother. And you know Dr. Sabi's a Sagittarius, Nipsey's a Leo, I'm a Sagittarius. So we got all this fire and intense energy from the other side and the other portals of dimension. They say are opening up in the sky, and NASA knows, and NASA has opened it up, and it's due some of these coronal flares that are opening up is with one of the suns. And they're showing me one of the suns is tied to Saudi Arabia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, Sudan. What's this other country they showing me? It's the country where the monkey came to me with this lady. Damn. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. That's where they had Monkey Island over there. Why can't I think of the country name? It's a name where all the black stars, Ozzy and them, and they used to go over there, and some of them might have had roots there in that black country, cause this is where this big chimpanzee came. Damn, I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all look up Monkey Island for me, you'll know where I'm talking about. What this country, these African countries, over in the desert. And it's taking me right into Ethiopia and Eritrea, which would tie to Nipsey. And a lot of us don't know because the Ethiopians, Eritreans were here before European colonization and slavery, going back and forth, as well as with the Africans and then the Native American indigenous here and so-called Black Indians here. They're coming up. This is another sun that I want y'all to keep up with what's going on in NASA, what's going on with the planets, that subscribe to these websites to see what phase we're in right now. We're getting ready to have a full moon in Sagittarius. So you all need to set your altars up now to get ready for this, because they are telling me, and like I said, I'm gonna record these and give them to people that purchase spiritual items. It's a gift to you, and the people that, if you haven't, that's fine. You can still purchase the audio, and we need to work through these things, but we are not working through them with words. We're working through them with vibration and frequency, and I want you to deal with your birthday, the frequency of your birthday. I want you to start tuning in, listening to the frequency of your ruling planet, and let's see what your birth horoscope is, and then what's the horoscope, the ascending and the rising, and look at that one. And we're dealing with numbers here. Now, the spirits also told me the one sun that I'm telling you, and I want y'all to get your telescopes, your really good clear telescopes. I want you to start looking at the night sky, identifying where these planets, your rulers, are, and looking at the sun, moon, and stars, because they're also showing me there's been a constructed moon. So now we're dealing with two moons, but see, we also need to focus on learning about the 13 moon calendar and the cosmic mirrors, and find out what your astrology and what your purpose is there. Because I know mine and that astrology is the cosmic mirror. And that's why a lot of people don't like me. And see, I was never liked. Shit, my mama didn't even like me when they cut me out her goddamn it ass. Cut me out of her uterus. The bitch ain't never liked me, goddamn it. So I was never liked. And some people are like that. And you don't know why you are chosen. You don't know you're a chosen one. You don't know that you're special. They tell you ain't shit and you thank you so much. Shit, I was told I thought I was so goddamn much at 8 or 9 goddamn years old. I don't even know what the fuck that means. You know, girls want to jump me and fight me, and my grandmama had to come outside and intervene. Well, did she do something to you? No. Or she said something? No. I just don't like her. I just want to just scratch her in her face. I want to beat her in the face. I want my cousin to come over here and whoop her ass. And she's like, but what did she do to y'all? Because my grandma knew I was always a quiet, easygoing child that mind my business, basically like I am now. I had heard one of the psychics I love a lot of them. They're so obsessed with a lot of them, and a lot of them dedicate their channel to Sagittarius. And I laughed. I said that you show right, goddamn it, because one lady that did I think she's a Sagittarius, and they clearly know that a lot of Sagittarius love the readings because every time I see a channel dedicated to Sagittarius, tarot, and readings, it's a whole bunch of subscribers over there. They love that shit. And one thing she said, people misread Sagittarius and think they weak and they because they kind, and a lot of times they take your kindness for weakness and you're easygoing and you don't start shit and they think they can just do something to you and run over you. She said one thing you do not want to do is start some shit with a Sagittarius because it is not going to go your way because that Sag ain't finna have that shit. Unless you dealing with a Sag that's a dumb bitch and that's a weak bitch and passive. They think all of us are goddamn passive. So it's like I never was a talker. I wanted to do television, but I was always afraid to talk. And my daddy spoke to me for years. He would always follow me around. He said, you have got to get over your stage fright, fear, and insecurity, and all these lies your mother told you and put down because one day I want you to sing for me. So he would say, that's when he said, and that's one more reason too, I changed my name because I saw other children of stars. This lady, she used to do a show, Sally Jesse Raphael, and people were telling me one day, when people I knew in Atlanta that was my father, they said it was a lady on there, she looked just like you. And she looked like Jackie Wilson. She said that's her daddy. And see, a lot of these people still now, I see so-called siblings of mine that are older than me that call themselves trying to sing or have a career off of my father, Jackie Wilson, because they're his child. I saw that it never went nowhere. And that's why when I came out in public, I had my legal name, Alexis K. Tyler. That's one of the main reasons. And I did not want my mother owning me, naming me, claiming me, be able to speak her name out of her mouth to subjugate me into a powerless being. She's a karmic being. See, that just came to me. You know, a lot of y'all think that karmic females, a karmic feminine, is just for a love relationship with a man, or a karmic female that's a soulmate, but a karmic one, a destructive one that came in his life, or a woman with a lesbian relationship. She could still be a karmic and come in, even though a lover and a twin flame and a soulmate, and you think, oh, that's my twin flame and that's my soulmate. But this person's treating you like shit. You think because it's a twin flame and a soulmate that y'all are meant to be together and it's going to work it out. The only thing this person could have come in your life for is to work they boot out in your ass, kick you in your pussy, and put you down. Or a gay relationship, a man doing that to another man, fuck them, get them HIV, and trash them all around town and said that they gave it to them. I ain't give you shit, you gave it to me, motherfucker. Then you go find out this motherfucker had that shit when they came up on you because they want to do that karmic shit to you because the nigga done did it to you in a past life, or the nigga done teed off in the bitch ass in several goddamn lifetimes, and bitch, you still can't get the goddamn memo because many times you don't fucking remember. Sometimes them karmics will come in your life that's also a soulmate, that's also a twin flame that you don't know, you become so obsessed with, you so drawn to. Then some of them will do the magic on you and shit, and you can't get over the motherfucker, and you handicapped by this motherfucker, and they doing you like shit, but you so in love with them, but you fascinated by them. They handsome to you, they sexy to you, the dick good, the pussy good, the bitch got a hold on you. It's something mesmerizing and magnetic about the bitch, because she naturally has that aura on her, but the bitch used that as an aura to lure motherfuckers in and kill them like a black widow, goddammit, and niggas do the same shit. Just because somebody is your twin flame or your soulmate doesn't mean that that's a person that's going to love you, respect you, take care of you, and honor the fact that you're so good to them and that you love them. And that's part of your lesson to stand in your power and to know who you are, which I have a whole bunch of history and background on that, and be a supreme narcissist. So I'm realizing that's not just a sexual relationship. That could be a mother-daughter relationship. You see what I'm saying? My mother is a karmic bitch. You could, anytime a woman gave birth to you, you have known her in previous lifetime. The bitch want to finish you off this time, goddammit. See, that's the way to get closest to you. You keep your enemies friends close and your enemies closer, goddammit. So what's the most powerful enemy you can have? A mother that give birth to you, because the bitch decided what day I'm gonna get pregnant with you, what day you gonna come in this motherfucker. My mother was so deep into black magic, witchcraft, and astrology. She knew everything about my chart. She knew how I moved, and she felt like she could conquer and destroy me. The bitch still couldn't, goddammit, because sometimes a karmic can give birth to you, and you stronger than the goddamn company. My mother's extremely powerful. She was extremely charming, extremely witty and funny and charismatic and fine. A shit brick house red bone. And people see her. I was a little girl, I didn't understand it. Niggas, she get out the car, goddammit, she wait in the car. She going to the liquor store, anywhere. You know, she get out the car, niggas see her, they walking, and they walking forward. Nigga looking backwards, fall in the ditch and tripping shit, because she had a big elephant ass. And they didn't have BBLs back then in the 70s. Little bitty waist, no stomach, and some fat titties. This bitch was bad than a motherfucker. Dyed her hair blonde, red bone, perfect straight teeth, and hazel eyes. And people couldn't, but this bitch is dirty than a motherfucker to her kids, and a self-hating ass bitch. Low self-esteem and all that. You didn't even know it. She started to tell me that as she got older, and niggas would fuck her over and beat her ass and shit. They would get obsessed with my mother because she had that energy about her, but didn't want her daughters to have that and resented that. It's nothing like having the jealousy of a divine karmic, a disgusting karmic bitch who gives birth to you. That just came to me. So I want to share with y'all that done went through the shit, that know about that shit. That's also a karmic female on another divine female. That way she feel like she can get the ups on you. You got a goddamn snake that done slid you out her ass so she can keep you close. Your main enemy done gave birth to you, goddamn. So, see, I didn't want her call me by my birth name, Tia. You're not going to call me that because I know that you took my power, and that's a low level, bitch. The name itself is Aunt in Spanish. It's a beautiful name, but it wasn't beautiful for me. You beat someone like you beat an animal, and you call that animal a certain name, and you call that slave a certain name, and you put a chain on them, and they are known by that name. And when they so-called master, they hurt them, abuse them, they're supposed to give birth to them and love them and protect them and teach them how to stand up vagina power. So a person call you that, you let your mama call you by the name she gave you, and she always called that name to slap the shit out you, or slap you to the ground, or kick you, or humiliate you and degrade you. That's the name. Bitch, you're not gonna do it to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody think about my name change. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about it. This is my life. I change my name, goddamn it, and Alexis K. Tyler Vagina Power is my motherfucking game. So when you address me, you're going to address me on my terms and the grand diva that the bitch I motherfucking created. You're not going to put your foot on me all my life and humiliate, degrade me, and then I got to remember because I ain't going to never forget it, because that's one of the most powerful ways you get somebody to remember something, huh? Humiliation and degradation, goddammit, in front of an audience of people. See, that kind of shit don't bother me no more, bitch, because see, I'm going to play where you motherfucking play it. And like she said, you don't want to play with a Sagittarius. Because they usually don't bother nobody unless it's a dark side when they keep up shit. And usually them, they are sneaky with that shit. That you got to watch them, because a sneaky Sagittarius is a treacherous motherfucker, because you won't see it. Because, hi, they talk soft like Nipsey baby mama. Hi, I'm such a... You won't see it. And they usually are very charming and charismatic. So they have people that like them and be around them that'll do their dirty work for them. You see what I'm saying? So I know, because I've had dirty Sagittarius do shit to me that I didn't see, and I was shocked because they got two sides to them. I chose to be an upright one. I'm not going to... Now, sometimes it depends on what you're dealing with. When I dealt with the legal case, and I love all of y'all that didn't put me down for my tactics and my theatrics and shit. And y'all went right along with it. Goddamn it, let me call the Cab County for Alexis, because fuck this shit. I'm finna call the Popo. Here's the evidence that Alexis ain't lying. Why y'all letting this lady do this shit? See, I had my evidence. That's why y'all went for it. Because y'all know that I was the victim. I was the upright motherfucker. Son. And then these other women, you know, at your age and everybody know you. You know, you really need to cut this shit out and clear. And you really need to keep your ass out my goddamn business, bitch. Because I know what I'm doing, and I know what the spirit telling me to goddamn do. This bitch done pulled this shit on me and plotted on me and came to where I lay my goddamn head and talking about, yeah, she done met her match and I'm going to beat her and she don't know who she fucking with and I'm finna... No, you don't know who you goddamn fucking with. You never disrespect another woman like that and come to their house and do dirty shit like that and bite the hand that feeds you. And any woman, young, middle-aged, or old, is a dumb bitch to let a woman you have given all of yourself with and treated them like family and fed their children and treat them like family come to your house and put a camera on because you want the whole world to see you a bad bitch, and the bitch y'all think bad is and worthy of respect and a leader. I'm finna break this bitch down like a 10-speed and y'all gonna follow me, and you let a bitch come to your house. We already know that's illegal, but then on top of that, it's immoral and it's straight blasphemy that a raggedy bitch would do that to someone that ain't never did nothing to him. I ain't even know where this bitch stay and I ain't never been to her house. That's not me. I don't pull things like that. You don't let a bitch shit on you where you eat and shit on you where you live, especially unjustified just because you want to do that. Huh? If you tell me that you let a bitch do that to you and you let her win based on lying on you and you let her get away with that, I will have no respect for you, because some of those are just common human courtesies and decency and morality and honor and integrity. You do not let anybody, they must be cut at the jugular for that kind of shit. And a Sag is the one to do it. See, that's when that, because you need to look at the symbol of your zodiac, because that is a half animal. And see, I never wanted to bring that out. A half animal and a half damn man. Huh? See, it's unfortunate, but we're in a new energy now For the rising of the Sagittarius that have been suppressed, Jupiter is going to be in prosperity and live and live in color for the next 14 years. So don't worry about what you think people took from you. Like so much was taken from me and robbed. This nigga stole from me, took my money to try to destroy my reputation, turn everybody against me, try to take my life from me. Don't worry about it, Sag, because it's just like the story of Job. What they took from you, God is going to restore tenfold, 100-fold. You have to claim that and receive that shit. So let me make this point real quick, and then we're going to get to where we're going, what they're saying. That's one reason, too, why I changed my name. You will not make me a slave, and you will not call me by a name that is less than what God gave me. You will not take my power, and you will not open your mouth and feel comfortable to have humiliated, used, and abused a child that God gave you, me, and then take that same name. You know how that is when somebody beating you, your mama beating you, your daddy, your grandmama beating you. They call your name, they tell you, come here. And I used to be terrified because what country motherfuckers do will tell you, I'm going to whoop your ass. Go over to that tree. When we were little, we had to pick our switch. You know me, I'm going to pick a little bit of them. Get your ass back over there and get a long goddamn switch. I don't want that fuck. They'll make you pick your switch. So you walking like you finna walk to your death, goddamn it. I'm walking like molasses in my ass. I'm walking with my knees together, my ankles together and shit. I'm walking real slow because I got to pick the switch. You better take your ass up there and hurry up because I'm waiting. And they do this out on the porch in front of all the fucking neighbors, which are usually nosy bitches. So you would get beat in front of neighbors, or the neighbors could beat you before your mama or grandmama get home and say, look, I beat her before you get... I didn't ever get beat up. I mean, because like I said, I was always easy going. But sometimes my grandmother would say that, and like my cousins and shit was badder than me. So they had to pick more switches than me. I might one or two times I might ask my grandma, but then my grandmother, I was kind of like her favorite when I was little. So she really wouldn't. She tapped me 3 or 4 times. She really didn't. She never hurt me. She never bruised me. She never punched me or anything like my mother did. She always kind of let me slide or call my mother to hit me, who is a sadistic narcissist who loved to watch her children bleed, who got off to see her children cry and to see them in pain. That's why I never cried for my mother. Because I would not give her the satisfaction, no matter how much it hurt me, for her to do that or hit me in my face, or slap me and say, cry, just cry, and I won't hit you again. And I would clench my teeth and look her in her eyes. No, you just gonna have to keep being me, goddamn it, bitch, because you a dirty bitch, and I might be 7, but I can see you a dirty, stinking bitch. You might be beautiful on the outside, but you a trash bitch. And you think that I'm finna let you, I don't care who you hit me in front of, I'm not gonna cry for you, bitch. That will always irritate the fuck out of her, because it's like, even one of my friends told me, who has a Sagittarius, she got a Sagittarius rising, and she said her mother told her, and out of all her children, this girl is the strongest and the most intelligent. She stands on her own, throw it out in the street with nothing. She's been through a lot of stuff I've been through, and said her mother told her, you know, when I gave birth to you, and when I looked you in your eyes, I just knew that out of all my goddamn children, I was going to have to break your damn ass down. I was going to have to break you. The girl, 40 years old, she still ain't broke her ass yet. And she finally had to leave her mother. Her mother was so cruel and destructive, the same way mine was, and watched her suffer. That was her most powerful divine karmic, was the mother. And then she started meeting women after that who tried to do the same thing. Their spirit's so strong and is so determined to break you. They'll send other people and join up to try to break you. I hope that this is resonating with somebody, because let me tell you what that also creates: a frequency and a tag on your aura that'll follow you around if you let them keep calling you by the same name and let them keep abusing you. Because I know women in their 60s are now taking care of their divine karmic mother, and the mama is still an extreme narcissist. They get worse when they get older, because see, don't nobody want to stick dicks in their mouth no more, and don't nobody want to stick dicks in their ass no more, Because usually when people are extreme narcissists like that, especially women, they use sex as a weapon. When they're younger and get what they want, they party, they do drugs and shit, they live life to the excess because they feel like they beautiful and they got the world by the tail, and this ain't gonna never end. They delusional and they talking to their ego. So when they something happen to them and they get wore out, and there's signs of the drugs and the alcohol and stand up all night and disrespecting your children, God start whooping their ass and Father Time start whooping their motherfucking ass. They start looking wore out and shit and missing teeth and hysterectomies and hormone problems. And then if they was already thick when they were young, that thickness turned to blob and fat all on them. They get vicious. They want to lash out and destroy everybody because don't nobody want to listen. See, you know what? A lot of time a man don't really think you a smart bitch. And even if you smart and you work hard, you got to hustle to get that money, they'll let you get that money, but and they might, watch you get your degree and tap their hand for you. But if you a ugly bitch, you just a smart, ugly bitch that know how to get some money. You better get some money because you a ugly bitch. Now, you can be an ugly bitch and fine. That'll help you get through because they ain't going to really focus on the face. They're going to focus on the goddamn neck down. Unless you get your face cracked and shit and let them Koreans and stuff do some surgery on your goddamn ass. But if you just straight up ugly, you're going to have to be a nice bitch. But then a lot of these bitches is reckless. But then again, when they come to these niggas, they'll be nice to a nigga because, you all ain't nobody really checking for you like that. You not fine or you not cute. But you got some money because your mama done told you when you was little you was an ugly goddamn bitch, and the bitch ain't tried to give you no Botox and give you no surgery and shit like they do them little girls and they do them pageants and shit. So you better get you an education, bitch, and get you plenty of goddamn money because bitch, you young and ugly, and then you gonna be old and ugly, bitch. So unless you do something about the shit, they might listen to you a little bit more. But then when you a fine bitch, when you young and you got a pretty face and shit, you think niggas like you and they respect you and shit because they listen to your idea. They just listen to your idea because they want to stick their mushroom tip in your nose, your eye, your ear, jacket between your titties, in your pussy, up your clit, and right up in your damn rectum. I mean these women, he liked me, and I have women tell me, tell me shit like that now, he liked me, and they looking at me on fire. I said, nigga don't goddamn like you. That nigga like what he looking at you and every time you talk. So tell me about this, Ann. Tell me about that. While you talking and telling them about that shit, the man really don't want to hear that goddamn shit unless he really got to a point where he really give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck about you. He looking at you talk because he's visualizing seesawing in and out your goddamn tonsil. That's all he want to open your mouth because you open it. While you talking, you open it. You think this nigga up there laugh, and say, wow, she is so pretty. He gonna say that shit, but then he's like, it'll be more pretty the bitch will meet me around the corner so I can gag her in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Or I can gag her in the park or gag her in the seat or while I'm driving. That's really what, see, either y'all mama done lied to y'all or y'all daddy or real niggas around you that tell you shit or you don't want to motherfucking know, man. You just don't want, so, that's why I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm finna stay the fuck out your business. And I'm finna get out the phones. I don't even know why you asking me. Because every time you ask me, it's like I got to agree with everything you say. If I don't agree, then I got the problem. And then I see how the niggas treat some of these women. Like these friends I talk to like younger and they like to talk to me. I like to talk to them because I'll be like, what you think, your generation and what did it mean right here? I learn from them too because I'm not in their era. So I like to listen to them. They'll say they want to listen to me. And then when I be saying shit, no, just tell me honestly, Alexis. No, tell me drip and all. And then I tell you, I'm like, that nigga is only thinking about some ABCs and tapping his feet and 1, 2, 3s up in your ass and in your mouth. That's why he listening to you talk, because he like the way you look. He feeding you whatever you want to feed. He want to feed you and shit. And then I be talking to some of these women too that meet these niggas on these apps. And it be different races of men on the app. A lot of them be divorced or they be widowed or they still legally married, but their wife might be in the old folks home and shit. And they get lonely, want to fuck. And I'm like, this nigga want to fuck. So I was like, this is what you do. I don't even try to tell him. I'm like, so let me look at the motherfucker. Tell me their name. Okay, you want to talk to him? Okay, this is the way that I'm telling you need to handle it, because, I can get in people. Hey, I know how they think and read them and stuff. This is what you need to do. Don't fuck him right off, though. But do this, this, and that. And they come back, oh, he really, thank you. That work, he really responded. But I see he wants some pussy. But sometimes, okay, look, that's not a guarantee either. Just because you meet a nigga on the app, y'all fuck the first week or something, or the first month, don't mean the nigga ain't gonna speak to you no more. That's not always an absolute. I know for a fact it's not always an absolute. Then sometimes you can meet a nigga, and when I say nigga, it's not. It could be a Chinese nigga, white nigga, whatever. That's what I'm just in general saying the shit. You can make them wait for 6 months to make them spend a whole bunch of money. And then by that time, they are so frustrated. They already fucking somebody else, but they'll tell you that they not, because you're not committed. They'll hold off because they like you or want to see where they're going and really want to fuck on you. Either they really like you, so they won't get no pussy from you. They'll keep spending money on you, though, because it's a challenge to them, and because they already know they budget. See, a lot of times I got him on lock, he paid my rent. No, the niggas is paying rent and doing something because it benefits them. And because they have the money, they already know the budget they're going to spend. They already know what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, when you're going to do it, when you're not going to do it, and when they're going to get tired of it. They ease up and get the fuck on, because they just got other options, and they digging another bitch out anyway, waiting for you to make up your goddamn mind. And by the time you done did it, about 6 months, they already know that you think that you fooling them, and you think you slick, and it's not about you really liking him. It's like you want to play him because you don't want him to play you. So even if he fucked you, it's like, well, I got this and that, and he spent this and that. The nigga don't give a fuck, because he already got a budget for your pussy anyway, because in his mind, he already know that you're a low budget bitch, and you're a scary bitch. You're a scary bitch. So you have so much resentment in that time where he bought you, he can write off whatever. So he gonna fuck you and not have shit to do with you. And then you gonna try to reach him, especially if he disappointed. Either the head wasn't good, the pussy wasn't good, the ass wasn't good, because you did not do your porn star debut. Why? Because you didn't really like the nigga no way. And the nigga know that, but he ain't saying that. One thing I realized is I talk to them. A lot of men are psychic and very perceptive and can read bitches down to their pussy real well, but they won't tell you. You think these men are stupid because they take you out, take you to eat. I know I got some men in the chat. Please tell me if I'm wrong or not, mans. They'll know unless they just stupid they goddamn self. And led by the nose because they want to fuck a bitch because she's exciting to them or mesmerizing to them. And you don't even know, or you probably feel like the bitch don't like you, but it don't matter because you fascinating. You know what? Let me shut the fuck up, because see, this is all I'm getting ready to say, but it's not completely true. I'm getting ready to say this ain't got nothing to do with that. It's in another direction, but it does. Why? Because everything is first not about an English language because you didn't know the English language. It is about a word. It is about a vibration and a frequency and a number. That's why many times you'll mismatch with your lover. You'll say, I want this type of man to treat me that way. And you wanted that and told you want that knight in shining armor coming in on the stallion and rescue you like Snow White and shit when you little. But then you always get goddamn Ray Ray round the corner that like to fuck 10 bitches and on the down low and like a goddamn sissy suck his dick out of chain gang. See, because the frequency is not matching based on what this divine karmic that gave birth to you told you, because she don't want to have you manifested. I remember my mama told me my son was 3 months old, and she actually told me that my son daddy wanted to have sex with her. My mama was married to a husband she didn't love. She was mad at me. She was mad at my father. She was still in love with my father. She always said that would be the only man she ever loved that she could not motherfucking have. But clearly my dad is a wild ass motherfucking sex machine Gemini. My mama's a wild ass sex machine goddamn Virgo. These, I don't know how Virgos and Geminis is possible for them to get along. It just depends on if the bitch wild and crazy or not. Now I see Geminis like wild bitches, but then Virgo niggas like wild bitches. So it's just, and they freaky, but then they got this. I don't really get along with Virgos, too tough. And my son is a Virgo, and my mother is a goddamn Virgo. Now you know that my dad's a Gemini. I get along with my daddy, even though the the Gemini is a Sagittarius opposite. I usually don't get along with Sagittarius. And I'm a Sagittarius because they ain't got them all upstairs. Most of them got some screw missing. A lot of times Sagittarius live in an alternate universe. They real airy. They philosophical. They intelligent if they study to bring the energy down to the earth. But many times they not grounded in the earth. And people think that means they weak. You around a Sagittarius, you might think they flighty. And they might be at the time. They might not have a lot of common sense because nobody taught them nothing. So they might be pretty girls and have the intelligence and they might even be psychic or empathic, but they seem distant and they might seem dumb. They talk soft and shit. Sometimes they look down. They're not very aggressive. That's how I was. They're not very secure in themselves. That's how I was. Not because I'm a Sagittarius, but because of the background. And then that name that bitch put on me, that Tia name, you gonna raise up off the N-U-T, because you get none of these. I'm grown. I'm real grown. So people making comments about that. Oh, she changed it, this and that. You damn right. You damn right. And I'm not one of them motherfuckers that's named Pookie or Shanquita Rotunda. And then you go to court and your driver's license. But then that's your name, Shaquita Wantanda. And then you telling people, I changed my name. And now you got this metaphysical bright, and my name is Isis Wills and all, shit like that. And then when you go to court or when the police come to my house, somebody harassing me, I pull out my driver's license. And then they say, her name is not Alexis K. Tyler. Her name is Tia Wilson. Okay. You can check my footwork. You can look up this case where I won this restraining order against Shanna McGee, who was harassing me and lying and said I was harassing her. Just a sick bitch with the neighbors, okay? The judge addressed me as Alexis K. Tyler. My driver's license, my utility bills, all this stuff says Alexis K. Tyler. See, I'm a real one with this motherfucker. Y'all know I stand on all 10. This motherfucker can't nobody do nothing to me. I'm a grown-ass woman, and that was in my rights to do. I'm not a fugitive. I'm not a liar. I'm not a con artist. I'm not dodging no creditors. I'm not dodging no warrants. Nothing like that. I do what the fuck I want to do. Why? Players do what they want to do. Haters do what they can scrape up the motherfucking do. So I changed my name, and I created my game to create the frequency that I want to attract what I want, but it wasn't matching at first. Changing something and stating something and having a name is one thing, but having an idea, a philosophy, and the strength to impose your shit and to make people respect your shit and stand on your shit is a whole nother fucking story. And all these years, I didn't have the confidence and courage and the strength to impose that story, even though I legally imposed that name. Okay. And anybody, you can't be around me if you won't call me that name. Sometimes you have to grow into those things. We had a divine karmic that gave birth to you, teach you how to eat, how to not to eat, how to think, how to not to think, how to believe in her, but then not believe in yourself. You understand me? Now that's an awful thing, ain't it? Believe in the bitch that gave birth to you, that makes every effort outwardly, inwardly, intuitively, psychically to put you down and destroy you and say you're beneath her. But you believe in her, and the bitch teach you to doubt yourself and to self-goddamn destruct and have everybody around you to self-destruct you. And then you start attracting niggas and fake bitches to tap into the psychic idea, because why? You're carrying the vibration and you're carrying the numbers of the idea. You see. And then you wonder why people disrespect you. I didn't even know her, why she thinks she could do that. And see, even when you shift the energy, why this nigga think he could do that, you don't let nobody play in your face, bitch. After the first attempt, and keep playing it. I don't care how much it hurt you. You will learn to stop being a weak bitch and a weak Sagittarius, where they take your kindness for your weakness and you wear your heart on your shoulder. You don't want to do it, but I'm telling you, you must be as if you go into a Muslim butcher shop or halal butcher shop, where you go shop and you go shoot your own deer, or you bring your own cow or goat in that motherfucker, and you have to watch that butcher take that blade and turn it on and decapitate the bitch. Because nobody is going to want to follow you or listen to shit you say or do nothing you say or take a call to action from you when you let someone do that one time and then you laugh and talk with them 2 times and you laugh and talk 3 times. This bitch ain't been cut in the jugular yet. She not bleeding yet like she struck you at your house where you lay your head. I don't play them games no more, bitch. You can't roll with me and be a weak bitch because you'll set me up to be killed like this bitch set me up to be killed and then had expressed how she always wanted to do it and watch me die. I said, this is, you can see the videos on the video shorts on my page. You remember this day, bitch. You remember this day, bitch. That's what she said to me. Because this is your last day living, bitch. But that was when? In November 2023. Goddamn, we almost in June 2024. And I'm still breathing and living on my terms, on my space, at my house. Some of these things you must do. And if you're going to stand in vagina power and you're going to do what I tell you, you're going to choose to weigh it out for yourself and try it. These are things you must do. Because if your karmic is your mother, that means you're usually a chosen one and you're going to get your ass beat and you ain't going to have many friends and ain't nobody going to like your motherfucking ass. Now, let me get to what the fuck I was saying. See. I don't know which of y'all they talking about, but they saying your grandmother. You got some grandmothers in here. You got some great-grandmothers in here. You got a couple of grandfathers. You got an uncle. Now, if y'all are close to them or you raised by them, because, see, I still remember. When I was a little girl, my grandmother made me learn the address I lived at in the projects, my whole name, my birthday, my phone number, the name of my school, the name of my teacher in case I got kidnapped or I got lost. Police found me, I could tell them everything about me, and my grandmother made me repeat this every day until I knew it by heart. I still know it. We're dealing with numbers and frequencies and the laws of vibration, which is bringing the numbers in before it brings in the spoken word. I looked at it. I don't know if it's true. I saw one lady doing a reading on a Sagittarius. She said the Sagittarius is like the controller of the word, or one of the controllers or masters of words, or the way they are imposed. I don't know, but when I told you 333, this is what I want y'all to start doing. I want you to flip this here. When you're looking at your number that come up for you, that is your patron number. That's either your patron saint or your patron angel number that keep on coming to you. Find all the definitions for it. Because if that number keeps coming to you, that is one of your guardian numbers. It's not a bad number, it's a good number. It controls who your guardian is. It's telling you your lover, your husband, your soulmate, your wife. These things give you messages if it keeps coming to you. And it just showed me crows. Look at crows in your yard. Look at the birds in your yard. The color of the birds. I want y'all to start writing this stuff. Even taking pictures of the birds and the crows. Because the crows are in between worlds. They bring stuff back and forth like the cat, like the snake. There are certain animals that'll do that. See, around you, I want you to tag that number and I want you to start vibrating on that number. And then some of these grandmothers in here, uncles, grandfather, great-grandfathers are saying if you were raised by them and you were around them, or if your mother has physically passed, get that goddammit phone number and that address. They want you to use that phone number as one of your vibrational frequency phone numbers and call that phone number in your phone. Look that number up and see now who has that phone number and look at that address. I don't care if that house ain't there no more, apartment, whatever. You want to get that apartment number, that house number, that full address, write it down, but I want you to lift that number up, and I'm going to tell you what to do with it later on. But one thing I'm going to tell you to do, you want to start write that number big, put that number in your telephone. If y'all got a grandmama, great grandmama, auntie, I don't care who she is, and you had to learn her phone number, that's somebody that you was at their house all the time, a loving one. Now, you can take the number of the one that might not have been loving and abusive that you know. We'll use that for the dark side. That's another goddamn show. Right now, we're getting on the light side, the money frequency, and for luck. Because that's one I want you to put on a jar or a small bottle of water. You got to put her name. It's a she. It's the grandmothers. So grandmama, auntie, mama, if any female that may not have been a grandmama, they're close to you, love you, took care of you. Okay, that 444, that's powerful because that's also that Aleister Crowley. So I want you to get that law of 7, that law of 4. Y'all that you see them 4s and them 8s, which is infinity, that's still a 4. You want to start vibrating and putting your altar up. That's the Aleister Crowley. I think I got a book 777. And it's also dealing with the number 4, which would also be dealing with 8, the laws of fate and destiny that cannot be removed or changed. I want you to get a small piece of paper, get some red magic marker. I want you to write 888 and 444. You know what? See, I don't want to give you too much. I give that. But y'all got to donate and support. Because see, they telling me right now we got to get into this numerology and not speaking words, and don't tell nobody. Unless you working with them or you working with me and y'all doing this as a team, don't discuss this with people. Because you're going to fuck your shit up. Write 888 in bright red. I like bright red. Or you can do Nipsey blue. That bright, bright, bright blue. Cut it out real small. I want you to start putting on your pillow. The same way that main number that come you 333, 555, 444, 888. I want you to sleep, but put your desire on the other side. Yeah, I want you to sleep with that for 7 days, and I want you to tell me what you see. But meanwhile, like I told you last night, do that uncrossing bath for yourself. Do that uncrossing floor wash for that whole house. And even if you want to take it out from under your pillow, put it in your pocketbook with your money, huh? Go through there after 7 days. So we're going to start today. That's just something. You ain't got to go out and buy nothing special. Get one of your cheering crayons and goddamn it, get a magic marker. Let it be bright. Or if it's another color come to you, if you don't want to use a red, you don't want to use that vibrant bright blue, you want to use a yellow or gold, let it be a marker because it stand out real bright. Take it on the back. Write what you're going to write, your desire. We can start with one thing. You want to start with money, love, whatever it is. Breaking witchcraft, stronghold stuff. Sleep up on it now. Okay. That's right. That's why I told them, Mark, don't say what you want. Stop thinking about what you don't want. And don't tell people, oh, you know, Lex told me this and that. Yeah, and then you'll wonder why you didn't get it because you think these people your friend. They not your motherfucking friend, okay? I want you to start right there. And the 7 days, and you don't stop doing it unless you manifested it quickly. But I want to tell you, even within the 7 days, tell me what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're seeing. Put a glass of salt water up under that bed where your head at. And take 4 eggs, just regular white eggs. It's more powerful. You can take the brown egg. I want you to put it at the corner of each of your 4 corners underneath your bed. And for 7 days, I'm going to tell you what to do with it. What you can do with that water every morning. You get up, you go to that toilet. And you say everything or anybody in here did in the witchcraft, but when I was sleeping, I didn't see it, I didn't know it, and then a negative come to me. I'm pouring it down the toilet and I'm returning it 3 times 3. You flush it, then refill it before you go to work or wherever you going. Do it every morning for the next 7 goddamn days, and you can start it over any 7 days that you want, okay? Now, did anybody put my cash up in here and make it clap, goddamn it? Because we talking about some things that I really, you know what I'm saying? This is as far as I'm going to go in public. Now, oh, I like that, 444-888. But break them up, baby. Put it separate. Let's play with it. You can put them all together if you want to, if that was your spirit telling you. But I've also said put that 888 by itself and put that 444. That is a perfect idea what you said because we still dealing with 4 and 8. You broke it down. That's right, baby. Get your grandmama phone number. Get your auntie. Not aunt, your auntie got them phone number. Whoever associated with it, get that phone number. Okay? Because they want you to have a phone number and they want you to call their name every day. Put a candle, glass of water. They want you to talk to them because they've been trying to reach some of y'all. Only y'all will know that had that experience. Like I remember my grandmama phone number, address, all that. This is for some reason. That's what they saying. They ain't never told me to tell y'all this here. That 888 make dream come true. You put your desire there, keep it to yourself until you manifest it. But don't tell everybody what you're doing. You want to teach your babies, that's fine. You want to teach your man, teach your woman that loyal to you and ain't going to discuss it or laugh. Other than that, somebody doing spiritual work with you. See, we got to deal with the science of spirituality. When you do the science of it, you deal with the vibration, the frequency, and the number of it. Your God, okay, well, you know what? I got to get myself together. Let me go eat something I ain't ate all day. Hit my cash out, make it clap. You value me, you love the information, you like what I'm giving you. These are things that, I know and work on. I know they work. And we got to deal with the other frequency. People ask me about it. I have to wait till my assistant is free so we can tape the audio. And then I can go through it in private with people that support maybe spiritual things or donate. I'll be glad to share it with you because you don't mind sharing it with me. But all this stuff, I'm not going to put all this out here for free. I've actually been, because you don't value and respect me. You don't appreciate it. And most people here for free are not going to be able to make it work anyway because they don't apply themselves. They feel like somebody owe them something for nothing. And I'm really tired of going through that. Y'all know what I'm going through. Shit, I need money, resources, and food too. I'm going to thank Natasha. That's my baby right there. She sent me money. She said, Alexis, go get you a nice lunch. Get you something to eat. Do something nice for yourself and send me a nice donation this morning, goddamn, before I come on the live. See, that's what I'm talking about. She eligible. I'm going to give her that goddamn tape, goddamn it. Because she would think about me and love me and support me, and I really appreciate that because I have really been going through it and fighting to recover and to stay here for y'all to really see. We finna get into the meat of things now. Nipsey teaching me this and get into the fun of things, but it's the science, so we got to have our pad and pencil. This a whole clay. We got to study this here. I love that 333 because that 333 will also tell you that's an angel number. It's telling you that if you don't have your soulmate, your twin flame that's good to you and you good, divine masculine and feminine together, they on their way to you. Because the angel's trying to tell you that 333. See. So, yes, well, I am a number 9, baby. I'm a Sag. And my birthday is November 27th, and you know my number above my door is what? The number 9. Which you can flip that and also make that 6, which is 3. You see that? 3 plus 3 is 6. You see what I'm saying? 333 is 9. You put how it's sitting. Is it 9 up or is it down to make a 6? You see that there? See so many ways that we have a, ooh, I like that S priestess. That's, ooh. Keep that number to yourself, baby. Don't put that in here to share with everybody. You can send it in my email if you want to. Don't give all your stuff. Erase that. Or I'm going to erase it. Let me erase that. Well, no, I don't know how to erase. I want to, okay, remove. Don't put that here, baby. You can send it to me in private. You want me to see it. Don't give your stuff out. Okay? Because, see, we don't know the entities and all the frequencies. I would have to read that number. See, now they showing me how to read a number. I read names, I read faces, I read bodies, I read animals, I read houses, I read energy. Now Nips and them teaching me the message in a goddamn number. I said, wait a minute, y'all don't teach me how to read a number? Do a reading on a goddamn number? See what I'm saying? That's another level of numerology, and I ain't never took no goddamn class. That's right, L is an alien, but the L is also the El Shaddai, the higher ones. And ones in the Bible. Their usually first name is L. The divine counsel. That's right. You want that 3, Auntie Curtis. Anyway, yeah, thank you. And that does right. Keep your heart pumping ties into the body, the numbers of the body. This is where he wants me to go now. And y'all see some of the stuff in the news, distracting and coming out. Just like I said, we don't want to put all our energy on it. We want to put our energy on being divine beings and rising our consciousness because we're going to need to survive and protect ourselves during this time of what's going on. I even got an email talking about this today. Was it one of the presidents met with the Chinese president, and they're happy. They're talking about the destruction of the American paper dollar right now today. I have the article. I'm gonna put it up. What was sent to me? Okay. I love y'all. Let me get myself together and get me something to eat. I ain't ate all morning. I've been working on this, and I want to come in and give y'all this. And when she can, we're gonna tape the science of it. I'm really excited. It's really fun and fascinating here. Okay? So that number I erased for you, baby, I want you to put that on your water. Get you a little small 8-ounce bottle of water and label that. What does that mean? What is that number for? And if you want me to look at it and read it for you, I'll be glad to do it because I want to make sure you get the best results because there are other elements to this that we have to add, but we have to clean the negative entities and stuff out of the house. Okay? They just said Singapore airline plane something just happened with it. I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon.